welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. When last we left off, we had got a new party member, Dr. Mordin Solus, and we've been left here in the briefing room, so let's talk to Edie.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
Quantum what?
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the Elusive Man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Whoa.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time.
Wow.
In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
Huh.
That's all for now.
Okay.
Logging you out, Shepard.
I am no physicist, so I have no idea if that would work in real life or not. I'm going to assume it's based on real life research. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is talk to our new party member. Oh wait, actually, let's just check our upgrades, because this is the new part of the ship, the lab. We can upgrade our weapons with that assault rifle damage thing we found last mission. Anything else we can do? No. Can we upgrade our armor? We can upgrade our medigel capacity. What else can we do? Anything? No. Prototypes. Advanced training lets us reassign our abilities. Heavy weapon ammo, we'll have that. And what else we got? We've got the avalanche, yes. Yeah, we are getting more of the heavy weapons now. The avalanche, until we get a certain heavy weapon, the avalanche is probably my favourite and the one I'll be using most.
Shepard, how can I help?
So let's talk to Dr. Mordin Solus.
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Okay.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Okay, and one of the things we can do with our party members in Mass Effect 2 is we can ask them about upgrades.
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Okay, so at this point we can... Right, so Mordin's upgrade is a special Omni tool that increases his tech damage. So we'll get that, because we have loads and loads of
Shepard,
materials.
how can I help?
Let's talk to him
Have
about
you got a minute
himself.
to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
So yeah, this is Mordin. He's a really fun character. I love his voice acting, and it's kind of a shame they couldn't get the same voice actor for him in the sequel. The voice actor's still good in the sequel, it's just not quite... He doesn't quite have this amazing speech rhythm down. he's funny, he's a comic relief character, but he's not just purely played for comic relief. He gets a bit of he gets treated with respect. So let's ask him some more.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Tasks Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
That's quite cool. So the Spectres, like Shepard, were originally based on Solarian Special Tasks. So...
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under a young captain named Kirahi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
Kirahi! We love Kirahi. Hold the line!
I worked with an STG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest-pounding. No offense.
Why would STG study the Genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If Genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions. Needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
What can you tell me about the Genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team. Deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Very clever. So...
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
So discovered a little bit about the Genophage. It doesn't actually make Krogans sterile. It merely reduces their birth rate to compensate for the fact that they're no longer living on Tuchanka, getting loads and loads of them killed by all of the deadly flora and fauna that inhabit the planet. So, because it was the Solarians in the first place who gave the Krogan all this technology that led to a population boom. Let's talk to Joker. How's it going,
Commander.
Joker?
I assume everything's going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
That's the second time I've heard somebody pronouncing soldering as soldering. Is this an American thing? Americans, in the comments, please tell me, is soldering like a legitimate pronunciation of soldering? Intriguing.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
So yeah, you can also, at this point, ask Joker about stuff.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yeah, so as I said in my Let's Play of Mass Effect 1, Joker has a lot more to say. I think they realised how popular a character he was. I mean, I'm amazed they didn't think Joker was going to be that crazy popular a character. He's voiced by Seth Green, for goodness sake.
Mordin's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, what's up?
How's everybody
Is there
doing?
anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
No.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need it. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay. Right, I know we're going to have loads of messages. Let's have a look. Oh, just one message, okay. And it's from Dr. Chakwas. Commander, I've done further investigation regarding your facial scarring, and the old adage of mind over matter holds true. Negative attitudes and aggressive acts create adverse reactions with your cybernetic implants, while peaceful thoughts and compassionate actions promote healing. If you maintain a positive outlook, I believe your facial scarring will heal on its own. Otherwise, there is surgical equipment we could use to insulate your cybernetic implants and accelerate your healing regardless of your mental outlook. I've updated plans for the new medical equipment to your research terminal in the tech lab. Okay, so you may have noticed our scars on our face are becoming less prominent. It's because we are a Paragon. Paragon Shep, her scars heal. Renegade Shep, the scars become more and more prominent and glowy, and your eyes start glowing and stuff. And you can get a thing in the tech lab that just removes the scars altogether, even if you're playing as a renegade.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Let's ask Jacob about things.
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
If Mordin's modifications hold up, we've got a shot. If they don't, we're dead. Seems like that was always a strong possibility, though. Anything else,
Wow,
Commander?
There is a big train going past outside.
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices.
Nice
The whole thing
praise.
was hushed, like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, so yeah, Jacob did something which is in a Mass Effect comic book. You can probably find out about that on the Mass Effect wiki. I've never read it, even though I'm like a comics fan and a comics artist. That's kind of bad. But yeah.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Speaking of Mass Effect comics, there's a new Mass Effect comic coming out, and somebody has brought to my attention that the main character looks a lot like me. I was extremely amused. I can't remember what it's. Whatever the new Mass Effect comic that isn't out yet is.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Yeah, let's.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking in?
It is quite difficult to talk to Jacob without flirting with him.
I heard you were big in the Alliance. Figured we have something in common.
I did some things that caught attention and stirred up the Citadel. That was after the Alliance put me on leave, though. Didn't drive a Mako through a relay or take down a Reaper, but you covered that.
Oh, you look like you came through no worse for wear.
If nothing else, the Alliance trains their people well. Once you live that life, you can't sit around getting fat. Most of us didn't get a Cerberus rebuild. They outdid themselves with you. Ask for any upgrades?
No chance. They had me under the whole time.
Figures. They always have to be in control. If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Okay. So that's Jacob. Jacob's doing alright. He's just getting on with things. Oh, let's just use the weapon terminal to equip. Screw the grenade launcher. I want the avalanche. It freezes enemies. It fires like a blast of cold that freezes them. It's extremely entertaining to use. Alright, so let's check the crew deck first. Alright, how are things going in here? Hey guys.
It's just too dangerous for them in New Canton. I'm shipping my family back to Earth.
You can afford that?
Cerberus looks out for their own. They're funding the transport for me.
It's the least they can do when we're putting our lives on the line.
So, yeah, Cerberus, the more we hear about them, the better they seem. It's strange, kind of suspicious somehow, that Cerberus... I mean, they killed Admiral Kahoku, they were keeping Rachni, they've done all these terrible things, and they've been really racist and stuff, and yet they seem good. It's very mysterious.
Commander, what can I do for you?
What can you tell us about upgrades, Miranda?
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
Okay, so Jacob's allowed us to upgrade the ship's armor, and Miranda can let us upgrade the Normandy's mineral scanner, which makes it faster, so we'll definitely take that.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Oh, that was all she had to do, I guess.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Alright.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Maybe that's because this isn't a Cerberus operation.
Not to you, maybe. But I report directly to the elusive man. And I'm here because he wants me to be. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
What did Cerberus do that made you so loyal?
I suppose you deserve to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
Huh.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the elusive man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
Who exactly is your
damn
father?
It, I clicked the
A
wrong
businessman.
one.
That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
When that happens.
You've told me a lot about your
I never
father.
had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy. He made like a enhanced female clone of himself for a daughter.
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used by your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
So we're getting to know the crew that we have a little bit better. Let's give Master Sergeant Gardner his supplies.
How can I help you, Commander?
Do you have everything you need?
If you happen to find any of those supplies on the list I gave you, it would be much
I won't take any more of your time.
We haven't been to the Citadel yet. That was stupid. We did pick up something, though. But we'll leave that for another time, because we only have so much time here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to check down engineering. Just, there won't be a lot to do down here. We're just going to see what Ken and Gabby have to say.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty. You're the best, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
Hell yeah, I want to play cards.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
Huh, a Paragon option. Huh.
My Skillian 5's a bit rusty. You'll be easy on the rookie, right?
Of course, Commander. It's all friendly.
Yeah, right.
You've won 500 credits playing Skillian 5.
Be gentle on the rookie. I can't believe we fell for that.
It's so worth losing to see you taken down a notch.
Beat me at my own game. You're all right, Shepard.
So yeah, we got to. I love how this game gives you loads of options for just fun little things to do. Oh yeah, and this is Zaeed. I forgot we had Zaeed now. Might as well talk to him. We've got a blood pack helmet
Beauty,
here.
isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake. I goaded Gazak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood pack bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression.
So this is Zaeed's quarters, which are kind of much more like the way you interact with people in Mass Effect 3.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something.
So they just say little sound bites when you talk to them, and you can examine stuff around the room and they'll talk about that.
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call her Jessie. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
Should say just now that recently, like less than a month ago, the voice actor who played this character actually died. So yeah, it's a real shame because even though I'm not that bothered about the character particularly, the voice acting's excellent, and yeah, it's always a shame to lose a talented person like that.
Oh yeah, that's a model of the Verican. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet side.
I don't know why we can use the yeah, we can send rubbish into space. I don't know why they included that, but it's kind of fun. And yeah, you can see Zaeed has like surveillance on all different parts of the ship going on. Yeah, that's about all there is to talk about with Zaeed. So one last place to go, and that's up to our pad, captain's cabin. Select. Okay, here we are in the captain's cabin. Still no fish in the fish tank, but we did pick up some new ships. We've got a little kind of Turian ship there, and a Geth ship there as well. So that's quite cool. We've got, and we will keep adding stuff to our room. Some of the DLC missions add things. We've got some music from Mass Effect 1 on our radio. We recognise this tune, right? Okay, so we're gonna choose armour. Somebody suggested going for that nice blue coloured one, and that's actually quite an appropriate selection for the next mission. I'm gonna get this lovely purpley blue. It's very cool looking. And tint 2. I can't remember what that. Oh, no. I'm gonna make that black, maybe. Probably. Can we get it black? That's dark green, isn't it? It's not black. Oh yeah, we need to change. We picked up some new bits, so no, we've still got just Kestrel or nothing of those. Right, but we now have the visor that makes us look a little bit like a human version of Garrus, and it increases headshot damage. So yeah, even though it's not quite as good, I'm gonna switch to this one because it allows us to actually see Shepard's face, and it's still decent. Did we pick up anything else? Right, so we've got the Kestrel, which is melee damage, weapon damage, shield strength, or we have the Capacitor, which is shields delay down. I'm gonna stick with the Kestrel, it looks really cool. Okay, so got tint 2 as like a grey colour, pattern colour. I am going to go. I wish they put these in a sensible order rather than just like apparently completely random. That's kind of cool looking, just blue. But I kind of feel like we should go for something more contrasty. Colour selections are much better in Mass Effect. We've already done like a red and blue theme last time. Just, I'm gonna go with that purple, I think. Yeah, let's do that. That'll look good. So, yeah, next time we're going to get ourselves off to Omega again and go looking for this mysterious Archangel character. So I hope you'll join us then for more Let's Play Mass Effect 2. See you next time.